Students, now we can start our excretory system. So, excretory system, as you all know, it comprises of kidneys, ureter, urinary bladder, and urethra. Okay. So these are the kidneys in our body. See, two kidneys, right and left kidneys, and you can see this is our ureter coming down. This one here, this is the ureter, and here this is our urinary bladder. And inferior to the urinary bladder comes the urethra. So these are the components of our excretory system. So we'll learn each part in detail. So this is the kidney diagram of a kidney, and you can see what are the features of a kidney. Okay, first, so kidney it is seen in the posterior part of the abdominal wall. It is not in the anterior part, so in the back towards the posterior aspect of our abdomen, you can see the kidneys. Okay. And each kidney, the function of the kidney, it is excretory organ, that is, it helps in the removal of waste products from our body. Okay. So kidney, structurally we can say it has two poles. This is an upper pole and a lower pole, two poles, that means two ends, and it has two surfaces. This is an anterior surface, and like that one posterior surface is there behind, and it has two borders. This is a medial border and a lateral border. Yes, so these are the features of a kidney. So kidney has two poles, upper pole and lower pole. It has two surfaces, anterior surface and posterior surface, and it has two borders, the medial border and a lateral border. The upper pole of the kidney is broad. This is broad, and we can see it is related to suprarenal gland. This is our suprarenal gland. So here we can see the upper pole is broad and lower pole is tapering. It's pointed actually, not as like in the diagram. So it is pointed in the lower pole. Okay. And the anterior surface is convex. Anterior surface is convex, and posterior surface is flat. Okay, flat surface. Posterior surface is flat, and it has a medial border. You can see this is the medial border, and at the center of the medial, it is concave. Medial border is concave, and at the center part of the medial border there is a depression can be seen, and this is known as hilum of the kidney. Okay, and you can see what are the structures passing through the hilum. Okay, you can see this is our renal vein. From inferior vena cava, this is our inferior vena cava. Here we can see this is the renal vein, and behind we can see this is the renal artery. And we can see most behind this is the upper part of this is our ureter. You can see the upper part of the ureter also is coming from the kidney. Okay, so this part is known as pelvis. Okay, pelvis of the ureter. So three structures can be seen passing through the hilum. One is renal vein, renal artery, and pelvis. These are the three structures passing through the hilum. Okay. And coming to the lateral border, this is the lateral border, and you can see it is convex border. Lateral border is convex. Okay. Convex border. So these are the external features of our kidney. So it has two poles, upper pole and lower pole. Upper pole is broad and it is related to suprarenal gland. Lower pole is pointed, and it has two surfaces, anterior surface and posterior surface. Anterior surface is convex and posterior surface is flat. Then it has two borders, medial border and lateral border. Medial border is concave, and at the center of the medial border there is a depression that is known as hilum of the kidney, and lateral border we can see it is convex. Lateral border is convex, and the structures passing through the hilum are renal vein, renal artery, and pelvis, renal pelvis. So renal pelvis is the upper widened part of the ureter. So this is ureter. So the upper part of the ureter we can see this broad, and this part is known as pelvis, renal pelvis. So these are the structures passing through the hilum. Okay, that's us. The next is the coverings of kidney. So here we can see there are four coverings for the kidney. Okay. This is a section, cross sections. Here we can see this is the kidney portion, and the kidney itself is covered by a fibrous tissue. This one. This is known as fibrous capsule or true capsule of the kidney. So that is the first covering, true capsule. Then next to the true capsule, here we can see some adipocytes or fat tissues can be seen. Fat tissue, that is known as perinephric fat. Perinephric fat. Then outer to the perinephric fat, here we can see another fascia. This is known as renal fascia, this blue and red color. This is known as renal fascia. Here we can see this is the suprarenal gland. So this renal fascia also covers the suprarenal gland along with the kidney. It covers the suprarenal gland also. So this is the third covering, that is renal fascia. Renal fascia. Then outer to the renal fascia, again we can see some fatty tissue. This is known as paranephric fat. So perinephric fat and paranephric fat is there. And there is a true capsule and there is a false capsule. This false capsule is the renal fascia. So these are the coverings of kidney. Yeah. And next is the relations of kidney. And here we can see this is the anterior surface of the kidney. Anterior surface, and the relations will be different because on our right and left side the structures within the abdomen is different. So the relations also will be different for the right and left kidney. Okay. And here we can see this is our right kidney and this is the left kidney. Okay. First we can see the relations, anterior relations of the right kidney. Okay. So this is the right kidney. Here we can see both the kidneys. The upper pole is related to suprarenal gland. Suprarenal gland. Okay. Then below the suprarenal gland we can see the entire portion, a large area, it is related to our liver. So all we know, the right side of our upper part of the abdomen, we can see liver. Okay, so this area, then this area is known as hepatic area, the area where it is related to liver. Okay, this is known as hepatic area. Okay, and below the hepatic area, here we can see this green color area. So that color is related to our colon, transverse colon. Okay, so here it is known as colic area. Colon means large intestine, so it is related to the large intestine here. Okay. And below the colic area or large intestine, where we can see some area which is related to small intestine, jejunum of the small intestine. Okay. And here towards the medial border, we can see this portion near to our hilum, it is related to duodenum. So these are the anterior relations of the right kidney. So upper pole is related to suprarenal gland, then below that it is related to liver, then large intestine, then small intestine, then duodenum. Okay. Coming to the left kidney, here we can see here the upper pole also it is related to suprarenal gland, then below that this small region is related to gastric means stomach. So this region is related to stomach. Below the stomach comes the pancreatic area, where the pancreas is related. Okay, pancreas. Then below the pancreatic area comes the jejunal area, that is small intestine. Jejunum. Okay, small intestine. And towards the lateral border we can see a small region which is related to large intestine, colic area. Large intestine. Then the lateral to this gastric and pancreatic area we can see a portion near to the lateral border. This portion is related to spleen, splenic area. So these are the relations of the anterior relations of the left kidney. So suprarenal gland, gastric, stomach, pancreas, small intestine, large intestine, spleen. So these are the anterior relations of the left kidney. Okay. Then coming to the posterior relation, this is the posterior surface of the kidney, posteriorly. Okay. And posteriorly we can see upper half portion, it is related to our diaphragm, this orange color region. It is related to diaphragm on either side, both the right and left. So posterior relation is common. Okay. And here we can see on right and left side, upper part is related to diaphragm. Okay. Below that region, we can see from medial to lateral. Okay. Most medially, it is related to three muscles. Okay. Most medially, we can see this is related to psoas major muscle, then quadratus lumborum muscle, then transversus abdominis muscle. So three muscles are related to the posterior surface of the kidney: psoas major, quadratus lumborum, and transversus abdominis muscle. Here also same, psoas major, quadratus lumborum, transversus abdominis muscle. Okay, three muscles. Okay, then behind these three muscles, here we can see it is related to some nerves. Here we can see three nerves are related to the posterior surface. The upper one is the subcostal nerve. Subcostal nerve, then below that iliohypogastric nerve, then ilioinguinal nerve. So these are the three nerves: subcostal nerve, iliohypogastric, then ilioinguinal nerve. These are the three nerves related to the posterior surface: subcostal nerve, ilioinguinal nerve, iliohypogastric nerve, then ilioinguinal nerve. These are the three nerves which are related to posterior surface. Okay. Then coming to the ribs, here we can see one more thing I forgot to tell you. Then right and left kidney, they are not in the same plane. Okay. So because of the liver, the right kidney is somewhat in the lower position than the left kidney. In this diagram you can see right kidney is in a lower position than the left kidney. Left kidney, it is in higher position because here comes our liver. So because of the liver, right kidney is in a lower position than the left. Okay. ഇപ്പോൾ ലെഫ്റ്റ് കുറച്ചൊരു മുകളിലേക്കും റൈറ്റ് കുറച്ച് താഴേക്കുമാണ് ഇരിക്കുന്നത്. സോ അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ വെൻ വി ആർ ടെലിംഗ് അബൌട്ട് ദി റിലേഷൻസ്, റിബ്സിൻ്റെ റിലേഷൻസ് പറയുമ്പോൾ വി ക്യാൻ സീ ദി റൈറ്റ് കിഡ്നി ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് റിലേറ്റഡ് ടു 11th and 12th ribs. Okay. And here left kidney only 12th ribs is related, because this is the so in this diagram, this is the right lip and this is the left kidney. So right kidney, this is the left kidney. So here we can see right kidney is related to only 12th rib, and here left kidney is related to 12th and 11th rib. 11th and 12th rib. So this is the left kidney, this is the right kidney. Okay. Because it is showing the posterior surface. No? So this is right, this is left. Okay. So these are the posterior relations. See, posterior relations both are same, both the relations. Then see, is related to diaphragm. Diaphragm in the upper half. Upper part it is related to diaphragm. The lower part we can see three muscles: psoas major muscle, quadratus lumborum, and transversus abdominis muscle. Then three nerves: subcostal nerve, iliohypogastric nerve, then ilioinguinal nerve. Okay. Ribs വരുമ്പോൾ in the right side it is related to 12th rib, and the left side it is related to 12th and 11th rib. Okay. So these are the relations, posterior relations of the right and left kidney. Posterior relations. Next is interior of the kidney, and here we can see the section, not LS of the kidney. So while viewing the interior of the kidney, we can see the kidney is an outer cortex. This is cortex. There is an outer cortex, and inner there is a medulla. Okay. There is an outer cortex. This is the outer cortical region, and there is an inner medulla. Okay. And in the cortex contains the nephrons, and you know nephrons are the basic structural unit of a kidney. Okay. Nephrons. So and here we can see, if you are looking in the medulla contains several pyramid-like structures. Pyramids. They are known as renal pyramids. Pyramidal shaped structures. They are known as renal pyramids. Renal pyramids. So these renal pyramids will collect the urine, and through the apical part of this pyramid, here we can see between the pyramids also you get some extension of the cortex can be seen. So this cortex is extending in between the two pyramids, and this is known as renal columns. Renal column. And the part of the cortex which seen as a cap over the pyramid, this is known as cortical arch. So here comes the cortical arch, and this is the renal columns. And the entire portion we will call it as cortex. Okay. And in the medulla, this medulla has these pyramids. So here we can see so many pyramids can be seen. So this pyramid has a basal portion and an apical portion. So the apical portion, they will collect the urine, and this urine will be passes into a cup-like structure. These are known as minor calyx. Minor calyx. Okay, calyx. Minor means small, calyx means cup. So small cup-like structure, they are known as calyx. Okay, minor calyx. Okay. So this urine will be collected in the minor calyx, and here we can see these 2 or 3 minor calyx join together to form a major calyx. This is major calyx. So here also we can see 2 minor calyx join together form a major calyx. Here we can see this is the interior. Here this is the one minor calyx, one more minor calyx, here one more. So these 3 will join together to form a common major calyx. This is major calyx. Okay. So major calyx, and this major calyx will come and in an open space. This is known as sinus or pelvis. This is our renal pelvis, and then renal pelvis become our ureter and will go down, become the ureter. So that is the interior. And when we are seeing the inside this kidney, here we can see these are numerous nephrons. You can see nephrons are there. So this is I will show you. So this is the structure of a nephron. So we've already studied the small classes and all. This is a nephron. Nephrons are considered as the functional and structural unit of a kidney. Okay. So each nephron has a Bowman's capsule. This is the Bowman's capsule, and it has a convoluted tube that is known as proximal convoluted tubule, and it has a narrow tube-like portion U-shaped that is known as loop of Henle, and here again a broadened tube can be seen. This is known as distal convoluted tubule, and this distal convoluted tubule will finally ends in a collecting duct. This is the collecting duct. Okay, these are the parts of nephron. Okay, so nephron has a Bowman's capsule. So Bowman's capsule. Okay. Then Bowman's capsule, then this blue color region, that is the proximal convoluted part tubule, proximal convoluted tubule, and this one, this is the loop of Henle, the narrow loop. This is known as loop of Henle, and this brown portion, this is the distal convoluted tubule. So the distal convoluted tubule finally ends in the collecting duct. This is the collecting duct. Okay. So among these parts, the Bowman's capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, and distal convoluted tubule can be seen in the cortex. So all these portions, up to these portions, we can see in the cortex, inside the cortex. And the loop of Henle and this collecting duct, these two structures can be seen in the medulla, inside the medulla. Okay. So here the cortex contains Bowman's capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, and distal convoluted tubule. Okay. And medulla contains loop of Henle and collecting duct. So like this it is arranged within our kidney. Okay. And this here we can see this view. We can see more than one nephrons. So many nephrons can be seen. So see here, this is the one nephron. Here we can see this nephron, this Bowman's capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, and distal convoluted tubule can be seen in the cortex. This is the cortical part, and here comes, this is the medulla, that is pyramid. Okay, pyramid. So inside the pyramid we can see the loop of Henle. This is the loop of Henle, and also this collecting duct. Collecting duct also can be seen. This is the collecting duct. See. So the loop of Henle and collecting duct can be seen in the medulla, inside the pyramid. Okay. And here also some types of neurons can be seen towards the periphery, outer capsule. We can see some neurons. They are known as cortical neurons. Cortical neurons. Nephrons. Sorry, not nephrons. Neurons. Sorry. Not neurons, nephrons. Okay. They are known as cortical nephrons. Cortical nephrons. So these are the nephrons. So you have to draw this diagram and label the parts of a nephron. Okay, first one, you have to draw the Bowman's capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, then collecting duct. So among this, up to this portion we can see in the cortex, and these portions we can see in the medulla. Okay. That is the microscopic structure or macroscopic structure of the kidney. Next is the blood supply of kidney. Here we can see the kidneys are supplied by renal arteries. Arterial supply is by the renal artery, which are the branches from the aorta. This is abdominal aorta. So we can see the renal arteries are coming and supplying. So arterial supply is by the renal artery and venous drainage by the renal vein. Renal vein. This is renal vein. Okay. Arterial supply by renal artery and venous drainage by the renal vein. Okay. Nerve supply, these all organs, we can see the organs are supplied by sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. Okay. Here it is by the renal plexus. Renal plexus. Sympathetic supply is by the through the renal plexus by this vasomotor and parasympathetic by the vagus nerve. Okay. That is the nerve supply of the kidney. Then lymphatic drainage into the lateral aortic lymph nodes. Lymphatic drainage of the kidney to the lateral aortic. This is aorta. So lateral to the aorta, some lymphatic nodes can be seen. That is known as lateral aortic lymph nodes. So from the kidney, the lymphatics will be drained into the lateral aortic lymph nodes. Okay. Then next is the surface marking. So before going to the surface marking of the kidney, let me tell about the measurements of the kidney. Okay. The kidney has a length of about 11 to 12 centimeter. It has a length of about 11 to 12 centimeter. It has a breadth of about 5 to 6 centimeter breadth, 5 to 6 centimeter, and it has a thickness of about 3 centimeter thickness, and it is almost 130 to 170 gram weight of this one is kidney is 130 to 170 gram. So that is the measurement of the kidney. Okay. So usually during the surgical procedure, the kidneys can be seen in the posterior abdominal wall. It is not can be seen near to our anterior abdominal wall. So it is usually seen near to the posterior abdominal wall. So during the surgical procedure of the kidney, we all usually done through the posterior aspect of the abdomen. Yeah. So this is the posterior aspect of our abdomen. Here we can see this is our kidney. Kidneys can be seen near to the abdominal wall, just below the ribs and also below the muscles. Here we can see this is our 11th and 12th rib, and this is our kidney. Here these are the muscles. This is the psoas major muscle, quadratus lumborum. Here comes the transversus abdominis muscle. Okay. So here usually what we are doing is we first draw a parallelogram. Parallelogram means റെക്റ്റാങ്കിളിൻ്റെ കുറച്ചും കൂടെ എലോങ്ങേറ്റഡ് പോർഷനാണ് നമ്മൾ പാരലലോഗ്രാം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. പാരലൽ. സോ ഇവിടെ ഇങ്ങനെ രണ്ട് ലൈൻസ് പാരലലായിട്ട് വരയ്ക്കും. ആൻഡ് ഓൾസോ ഹിയർ. ആൻഡ് വി വിൽ റിമൂവ് ദ സ്കിൻ ഫ്രം ദെയർ ആൻഡ് വി വിൽ റിമൂവ് ദ മസിൽസ് ലൈക്ക് ദിസ്. യു ക്യാൻ സീ they will cut the muscles and we can see these are the nerves. See, this is subcostal nerve, this is iliohypogastric, this is ilioinguinal nerve. Okay. And through this opening we can do the surgical procedure for the kidney. And this parallelogram, that is known as Morris parallelogram. So that Morris parallelogram, how we are going to draw is so from Morris parallelogram, first this is our 11th rib. Okay, so this is our 11th thoracic vertebrae, this is 12th thoracic vertebrae. So we will draw we will mark 2 points here at the level of spine of the 11th. This is the spinous process of the 11th thoracic vertebrae. This is the 11th thoracic vertebrae. So at the level of spine of the T11 vertebrae, we'll draw 2 marks. Then here we can see from 2.5 centimeter from the spine. First point is 2.5 centimeter from the T11 vertebrae, spine of the T11, 2.5 centimeter, and 9 centimeter from the spine, 9 centimeter. Okay, we will mark 2 points from at the level of T11, spine of the T11 vertebrae. One is 2.5 centimeter, another is 9 centimeter from the spine. Okay, then next point is L3 lumbar vertebrae. So this is LT thoracic 11, this is 12, then this is L1, L2, L3, this is third lumbar vertebrae. So from the spinous process, this is the spinous process. From the spinous process again we will mark 2.5 centimeter and also 9 centimeter from the L3 vertebrae. Okay, and we will draw lines joining these points. Here one line, here one more line, like this. So we will get a parallelogram. Okay, that parallelogram is known as Morris parallelogram. So first we will draw this parallelogram over the skin. Then we will reflect the skin from that portion, and we will remove the muscles in the posterior aspect. This is quadratus lumborum muscle. We'll cut the muscles and we can see the kidney here. This is the kidney. So that is known as Morris parallelogram. Okay. And what are the applied aspect for the kidney? Mainly we will tell about the kidney stone. Okay. That is the first applied aspect, kidney stones. Here we can see these are the renal pelvis. We already seen the major calyx and minor calyx, and here and all what will happen during the formation of urine, what will be there in the urine? Uric acid, urea, ammonia, like that structures are there. So what will happen? This urea and uric acid will get concentrated here and they will accumulate it here and they will form the stones. Okay. സ്റ്റോൺസ് ഫോം ചെയ്യും. അതിനാണ് കിഡ്നി സ്റ്റോൺ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സോ കിഡ്നി സ്റ്റോൺസ് എവിടെ വേണമെങ്കിലും വരാം. മൈനർ കാലിക്സ് വരാം, മേജർ കാലിക്സിൻ്റെ അവിടെ വരാം, യൂറേറ്ററിൻ്റെ അവിടെ വരാം. ഇവിടെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പാസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഏതെങ്കിലും വഴിയിലൂടെ വരാം. ഓക്കെ. സോ പാസ് ചെയ്ത് നാരോ പോർഷനിലൂടെ പാസ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ദിസ് കിഡ്നി സ്റ്റോൺ വിൽ ബി ഹൈലി പെയിൻഫുൾ. ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ട് പെയിൻഫുൾ ഉണ്ടാകും. പെയിൻഫുൾ ആയിരിക്കും ബിക്കോസ് നമ്മുടെ മ്യൂക്കോസെ ഇൻട്രപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് പോകുന്നത്. ഷാർപ്പ് എഡ്ജസ് ആയിരിക്കും അതിന് സ്റ്റോണിലുള്ളത്. അപ്പോൾ അതുകൊണ്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു, മ്യൂക്കോസ് ഡിസ്ട്രോയ് ചെയ്യുന്നതുകൊണ്ട് ഇറ്റ് വിൽ കോസ് സംടൈംസ് ഇറ്റ് ക്യാൻ കോസ് ബ്ലീഡിങ് ആൻഡ് ഓൾസോ പെയിൻ ഇസ് ദർ. സോ ദാറ്റ് പെയിൻ ഈസ് നോൺ ആസ് റീനൽ കോളിക് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പേരാണ് റീനൽ കോളിക് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ. ആൻഡ് ഇൻസ്റ്റെഡ് ഓഫ് ദീസ് തിങ്സ് ഹിയർ ആൻഡ് ദെയർ വി ക്യാൻ സീ സം ഫ്ലൂയിഡ് ഫിൽഡ് സ്പേസസ്. ചിലയിടത്ത് ഫ്ലൂയിഡ് ഫിൽഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള സ്പേസസ് കാണാൻ പറ്റും ഈ സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലൊക്കെ. സോ അതിന് പറയുന്ന പേരാണ് സിസ്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ സിസ്റ്റിക് കിഡ്നി. ഓക്കെ. സിസ്റ്റുള്ള കിഡ്നി, അതായത് ഫ്ലൂയിഡ് ഫിൽഡ്, വെള്ളം ഫില്ല് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്ന സ്പേസസ് ക്യാൻ ബി സീൻ. ദേ ആർ നോൺ ആസ് പോളിസിസ്റ്റിക് കിഡ്നി. അപ്പോൾ അതാണ് അടുത്ത കണ്ടീഷൻ. സോ ദീസ് ആർ ദി അപ്ലൈഡ് ആസ്പെക്ട് ഫോർ അവർ കിഡ്നി. സോ ദാറ്റ്സ് ഓൾ അബൌട്ട് ദി കിഡ്നി.